So I'm in my room, probably scrolling through some bullshit on my phone, and my dad just burst in. No knock, nothing. Just straight up, "Do you want to go to the most densely populated area in the world?" And I'm like, yeah, I guess. Bro, that's how I ended up in Mecca, in the Grand Mosque, the holiest site in Islam, where millions of people pack in shoulder to shoulder during pilgrimage season. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, my first thought was not excitement. I'm thinking military, checkpoints, that energy of the unpredictable. I've been to West Asia before, Iraq in 2023 especially, and that trip, man, that shaped my whole perspective. Maybe I will tell the story another time, but just so you know, I had my guard up. But this was nothing like I expected. So lock in, get comfortable, and let me take you to the most densely populated area in the world. The very first thing that you notice is that this place never sleeps. And I don't mean like, oh, New York, the city that never sleeps type shit. I mean, at 4 AM there are people doing laps around the Kaaba. At noon, at midnight, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because people from every time zone on Earth are here. Someone just flew in from Indonesia. It's 3 AM for them, but their body thinks, yup, it's 2 PM. So they are up. Meanwhile, someone from Nigeria is crashing at 10 AM because that's their nighttime. The city just flows. People sleep when they are tired and work when they are awake. It's chaos, but it somehow just works. And here's the crazy part. You know that feeling when you're at home, bored out of your mind at 2 AM, doom scrolling through TikTok and Instagram because your life is so empty you need a dopamine hit? Yeah? Well, that doesn't exist here. Your brain is so overstimulated by everything that is happening around you that you don't even think about your phone. You're just present. I remember one night I'm looking at this ocean of people leaving and entering the mosque, and I'm checking my watch, 3:30 AM. I'm like, what? Like, this is supposed to be the dead hours, but there are thousands and thousands of people just going. This city generally never stops. But yo, my body was not ready for this. The first 2 days, my feet were destroyed. Like, I'm talking can't walk properly destroyed. I wasn't used to walking 10 to 12 kilometers every single day. That's like 6-7 miles, by the way, for my cheeseburger viewers. Every single day, just walking. It's just because the city is too cramped to do anything with the car or the bus. And I'm not used to that at all. All I'm doing all day is sitting to study, sitting to script videos for you, stand up to go to the gym, to sit on a machine, sit to edit a video, and then sit again to watch some YouTube. All I ever do is sitting, so inevitably I always have back pain. That, gone. Completely vanished. It's as if my back healed itself because I was moving like a human is supposed to do. Wild, right? It's as if our bodies were designed to not sit for 12 hours a day. Crazy concept. Since I got back, I've been trying to walk that much every day. It actually feels good. Maybe the 10k steps a day gurus were right. But then there's the heat. Bro, the heat. I'm someone who needs cold weather. I thrive when it's freezing. But in Saudi Arabia, in the winter, let me say that again, in the winter, my hands and feet were swollen like balloons. I was sweating 24/7. My hair turned into this dry, brittle thing I didn't even recognize. We only went out at night. The only time we went out during the day, I had my eyes half closed the whole time because the sun was just assaulting my retinas. I felt like walking through a sauna while directly staring into a floodlight. We went to visit some historic graves outside the city that day. Khadija, the Prophet's wife, and his uncles and grandfather, very important figures in early Islam. But never again during the day, nighttime missions only. But the heat, the walking, the exhaustion, that's not even the craziest part. To me, it's the people. Bro, seeing every single race, every culture, every corner of the planet represented in one single place does something to your brain. It's like the United Nations, but instead of suits, they all got this white two-piece garment that you have to wear. You've got Indonesians, Nigerians, Bosnians, Chinese, African, Arab, Westerners, everyone. And watching them all bump into each other, unintentionally clash because of different customs, different ways of doing things, is fascinating. Like, you almost offended our hotel staff at the end by leaving a tip. He gave us a whole 15-minute speech about, no, we Arabs, we are people of hospitality, you shouldn't give us anything. The hotel guy actually gave us his number and said, next time you come, don't take a hotel, you come to my home, you take my car, I will give you everything, even a permit, whatever you need. That level of hospitality doesn't exist here where I live. It made me want to travel more. Like, I need to see these places. I need to understand where all these people come from. But then you notice something else. Something that's everywhere but no one really talks about. It's the workers, bro. Not to say the slaves. They are everywhere. Bangladeshi guys, Pakistani guys, Indian workers. They are cleaning the mosque. They are giving direction. They are doing construction. They are building everything. The whole country is being built on their backs. And they are getting paid basically nothing. Well, not nothing, it's more than what they would make back home. That's why they come. It's the same thing that happened in Europe in the 50s, 60s, 70s and 80s. North Africa and Southern Europeans, Turks, they all flooded to Western Europe to do the jobs no one else wanted to do to rebuild Europe after World War II. I talked to a couple of them and most are either super quiet or they have this desperate laugh. Like they will crack up of the slightest joke because they are just exhausted. None of them wanted to talk about their families because they would just say, yeah, I'm just here to serve and don't want to bother you with any of this. It is exploitation, but it is complicated exploitation. These guys choose to be there because it is better than the alternative, and that's a heavy thing to sit with. So there is this mountain called Jabal al-Nur, Mountain of Light. It is where the Prophet Muhammad received his first revelation at this cave at the top. Obviously, I had to climb it. And bro, the climb is no joke. It is steep, the rocks are uneven, and remember, it is hot. My legs were burning, I'm sweating through my clothes, people are pushing past me, going up and down. But when you get to the top, the view is insane. You see all of Mecca spread out below you, the Grand Mosque in the center, the city sprawling in every direction. It is beautiful. But of course, like everywhere in the city, it is packed with people. The cave at the top is tiny and there are like 50 people trying to cram into it at once. But the struggle of getting up there creates this weird camaraderie. So I find this spot with good leverage and I just start helping people up, one after the other. I'm pulling people up, they are thanking me, it feels good, right? Then this big dude comes. And I'm like, yeah, sure, let's try it. But this guy isn't just heavy, he's also wearing this long thobe with nothing underneath. So he doesn't want to lift his leg too high. You know what I'm saying? So we're stuck. He's halfway up, I'm pulling, neither of us are making progress. Then out of nowhere, this old dude, but like old and strong, the type that would probably outperform me in everything, he sticks up his hand and goes, I'm from Kashmir. Like that's supposed to mean anything? Like I should know that Kashmiri people are just built different. But yo, he grabs my hand and in one pull he gets himself up to where I am. Just like that, mission complete. The old Kashmir dude thanks me with 0 words, just a pat on the back. The big guy, he just got pushed away by the crowd and disappeared. I'm standing there like, alright, I just got XP for that I guess. Time to get off the mountain. Shared suffering brings people together, man. It just does. Oh, I gotta tell you about the drivers real quick. Our taxi back to Jeddah, where the airport is, was driven by what I'm 80% sure was a teenager who thought he was in Fast and Furious. This kid is driving bumper to bumper with cars at like 140 kilometers an hour, and I'm back just accepting that we got nothing but Bismillah insurance. But the best one is, another taxi one day just straight up took a GTA shortcut. We're driving, suddenly we're off-road, and then we pop onto a highway going the wrong direction. There's a car coming straight at us, and then at this point I'm not even scared, I'm just impressed. Oh, and I almost got arrested too. We are waiting for our taxi. By this point we had a friend doing tours for us, and when he pulls up, I spot him across this barrier. You know those crowd control fences? Yeah, well my brain just goes on autopilot, I hop the fence like it's nothing and I get into the car. Then out of nowhere, police. Like they literally spawned there. They signal our taxi to pull over. The cop walks up, starts going off on our taxi driver, thinking he called me over the fence. He's about to find him. And I'm sitting there like, no, this is on me, this is on me. So I take the blame, apologize like 1,000 times, sorry, I'm so sorry, I didn't know, I'm not from here. And then somehow he lets us go. Bro, Saudi traffic laws are a suggestion, but apparently fence hopping, nah, that's where they draw the line. Alright, so one night, someone mentions this thing called the 1979 Grand Mosque Siege. I had never heard of it. So that night, I look it up, and bro, in 1979, this group of armed insurgents, hundreds of them, took over the Grand Mosque during morning prayers. They had guns, they took thousands of pilgrims hostage. Their leader claimed to be the Mahdi, this prophesized figure in Islam who is supposed to bring justice before the end of times. For 2 weeks, they held the holiest site in Islam. The Saudi government couldn't figure out how to get them out without destroying the mosque and killing everyone inside. So you know what they did? They called in the French special forces, like non-Muslim French commandos had to retake the holiest site in Islam. They had to get special religious permission just to enter. The whole thing ended up with hundreds of people dead and the mosque being damaged. It's one of the most insane events in modern history and nobody talks about it. I spent like 3 nights straight reading everything I could find about it. The geopolitical aftermath, the religious implications, how it shaped Saudi policy for decades. It's absolutely wild. How is this not a movie? Alright, so the Umrah, the pilgrimage itself, is intense, man. Physically and spiritually. Tawaf, the walking around the Kaaba 7 times, you're getting pushed in this super dense crowd, like shoulder to shoulder, people moving in waves. You can't stop even if you wanted to. I actually tried, but it's pretty much useless. Then there's the Sa'i, walking back and forth between these 2 hills, barefoot for like 3 kilometers total. Your feet get destroyed by the end. And I noticed something interesting. When you connect to God or whatever higher power you believe in, through physical effort, through exhaustion, through literally giving your energy, you feel it differently. It's not just a mental thing. Your body is actually involved. You're offering something tangible. I'm not gonna get too deep into the spiritual stuff because this video isn't just for Muslims, but that connection between pushing your body and feeling closer to something greater, that's universal, bro. That transcends religion. Oh, and I also went to Medina to visit the Prophet's mosque and the graves at the Baqa cemetery. But that honestly is a whole other story. Different vibe, different energy. Maybe I'll make a part 2. So yeah, that was my trip to the most densely populated place on earth. Did it challenge everything I thought about going in? Absolutely. Did it destroy my feet? Yup, 100%. Did I nearly die in multiple car accidents? Yeah, probably. Would I go back? Without question. Just maybe with better shoes next time. And yo, if you made it this far, drop a comment about the craziest place you've ever traveled to. I want to hear your stories. See you soon, man. Ciao, ciao.